So I see your shirt. You ain't black.
You know, you have to remind people what that man really said to the black community and how he's apparently now the arbiter of race, right? He gets to choose who's black and who's not based on who votes for him and who doesn't. That's as bad as arbitrary as it gets, you know.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
So my skin color, who I am, right? My race is determined on what I do for him. Is that the way the white liberal thinks? Is that the way the white liberal acts? So I think that's absolutely abhorrent.
Speaking about Joe Biden, you think he should resign?
Should he? Yes. Do I want him to? No. Right? Because we know that he's an easy opponent to defeat. Everyone is fed up with his own party is fed up with Joe Biden, right? So at this point in time, I do believe he is a net negative for America. He's been tearing apart America in grand fashion. And I think that we the people need to rise up against, not in a violent or negative way, but we need to vote our values, vote him out, and get someone who's going to represent our values, which is President Trump.
Speaking about violence, just this weekend, someone attempted to assassinate Donald Trump. What do you think about that?
That is unbelievable. That is atrocious. And this is what happens when you have this unnecessary rhetoric that's spewing from the mainstream media, all these different people with the vitriolic tones and words, calling them literally Hitler, that we need to do everything we can to save our democracy and all these other different. This is what happens when the culmination of all of this. So the media is to blame, definitely. They are complicit when it comes to a lot of these leftists saying all these negative things in which they call for the death of President Trump, and then this actually happens. I mean, this is a culmination of all the negativity that's been being perpetuated from the left.
I think the left and I guess the mainstream media, but some argue it might be the same thing.
But I'll repeat myself.
Well, are gonna reduce the rhetoric or?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, they're beholden to a mentality. They're very emotionally driven, and they're very vitriolic. That's what they have to offer the American people. They are fear mongers. This is what they do. This is what they thrive upon. So when it comes to these type of individuals, I don't. You see what happens. A lot of these leftist protesters and things of this nature. They're still saying to this, I'm so sad that they missed. I'm so sad that he missed.
What do you think about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump on Saturday?
It was this close. We could have lived in a timeline where Trump would be dead, and for me, that would have been okay.
Sir, what does this poster mean to you?
I just believe he's an American hero.
Why is that?
Just not so loud, dude. There's a concert going on right behind you. Because I just felt that he stood up for what's right.
That's right. And do you think political violence is the way?
No, he just had a good judgment of character, and he thought that Trump was a dictator.
Do you condone political violence?
Politics is inherently violent because, we're talking about a genocidal war on the Palestinian people. So I don't know why people are saying, it's wrong for people to do political violence. I just don't know what you call bombing innocent civilians. I just don't know why you do it. And Trump's about it, and Biden's about it. So.
Why did they have to miss? Things of this nature, they're just going to keep ratcheting it up to 1,000, and I think that's very negative for the United States of America. But I do believe it is a small sect of people who believe this way. So it's just a matter of trying to get the rest of the independents and hopefully some liberals on board to get to understand that we need to unify as a country instead of dividing ourselves.
One last question. Some people have been, calling out certain speakers here, including Amber Rose. What do you think? Do you think a person like Amber Rose has a place in the RNC?
You know what? To an extent, I understand what Matt Walsh is saying, right? But at the end of the day, we are the Republican Party, right? And we are a diverse coalition of individuals, right? And we're more of a new Republican Party as opposed to this old fangled idea. We are very inclusive. And I'm not a big fan of the word inclusion. I'm not, into diversity, equity, and inclusion. But I like to showcase that when it comes to us on the right side of history, black, white, all different colors, all different creeds, all different religions, all different thought processes, and that's what it's all about when it comes to a party, right? When it comes to an actual party that represents the people. And when it comes to the American people, we are a diverse coalition of people, of individuals. So it's incumbent on us to represent the diversity that is within our party, and I think Amber Rose is definitely a part of that.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Stephen Davis 1776. That's Stephen with the PH though, not with the V. I'm a PH. So Stephen Davis 1776 and Stephen D 1776 on Twitter or X.
If you like what you're seeing, you want to see more from the RNC convention here in Milwaukee, go to rebelnewsusa.com for the whole story.